My sound is too high. The game is too loud. Hi, Elisa. How are you tonight? How was your day? Hi, Simo. Hi, Dawn. How are you? What's new? Hi, Average Zing. How are you? How's your day? You're finishing dinner? What did you have? Did you have something exciting and yummy? I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. Probably bacon wrapped chicken. Already pre-wrapped and stuffed with cheese. Might be an easy night because we have hockey and ninja and all the things, so it needs to be easy. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Dawn. Hamburger but with veggies and... Fantastic. I have my second cup of coffee of the day. It is freezing here today. It's cold enough that my oldest child wore pants to school today. What? It was like 32 degrees this morning. Fahrenheit. It was cold. You're on your second coffee too? Cheers to secondsies. Coffee. So delicious. Yeah, it was been really cold like all week. It's gonna be like 30s. There's frost everywhere. This morning taking my high school to school, the grass in the park looked blue, and I think that's because they mowed yesterday, and so it's all fresh grass, but with the frost on it, it looked very blue this morning. So it's cold. Everybody's got frost on their cars. People complaining about the frost on their cars. Because we don't have ice scrapers here, right? And they don't know the credit card trip here. You get the credit card and you use that to scrape the ice off. Or you just turn on your defrosters for a few minutes, right? These are the tricks that they don't teach you when you drive in Phoenix. Those are staples of life growing up. Yeah, exactly, Dawn. Exactly. It's crazy. So anyway, it's been a fun morning so far. Got the kids to school. Argued with my youngest about getting up earlier than 10 minutes before we need to walk out the door. And therefore, he will now be going to bed earlier tonight. These things happen. They happen. They broke out the parkers. It's cold. You should see these people walking their dogs in the morning. Like, it looks like they're going out for a for a trek through the Arctic. It's crazy. I mean, good for them for walking their dogs in the cold. But it's cold out. Like, our dogs are like, they stick their nose outside and they're like, nope, we'll stay inside. Until there's something to bark at in the backyard. And then there. It will, JT. This is our winter. We have 2 weeks of it, right? Hi, Butterfly Girl. Hi, Blues Wolf. How are y'all doing? What else exciting is happening? I played my last hockey game, my last Monday night hockey game last night for a little while. We lost. It was sad. It was sad. You cleared 4 inches of snow? Ah, JT. Good for you. You're waiting for it to be lunchtime? I get it. I get it. Just having secondsies here. Second cup of coffee for the day. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. There's one more. Whew, sorry. I haven't been taking my allergy medicine because it's been cold, and I think maybe I still need to be taking it. because of the dogs. We'll see. See how... Thank you, they're ridiculous. I don't want snot to fly everywhere. That is why they are like that. Well, it's exciting. I was going to tell y'all something. And now I can't remember, now that I'm sitting here. Take your medicine. I haven't taken it. Take your medicine. Good morning, Super Servo. Oh, you know what I was going to tell you? Hello, how are you? No, we don't have a new thing. But tomorrow night, there's going to be a stream with the Tango Tech and myself. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. It might be a one-time only stream, depending upon how crazy I make him. We'll see. Y'all suggested some fun games on Sunday morning. And so, oh, I know. I'm hoping to get that up before the end of the month. I just got a link. And I'm hoping to get it up and running. Okay, Pickett? That's on my list. Yeah. So anyway, that'll be tomorrow night. 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I don't know what time it is where you're at. Use the Google Foo. So, good morning, Input Bowl. How are you? Will there be a discussion? Probably not, because I have not had Oreos since October. We do have Oreos in the house, and in fact, Tango Tech bought Girl Scout cookies when they came and knocked on the door. What? What? He bought Girl Scout cookies. It's crazy. 7 p.m. Mountain. I'm Mountain Time. I know, isn't it? It's crazy that he bought them. I wasn't going to buy any this year. But he did. He bought some Thin Mints and some s'mores. So, those are in the pantry with the Oreos. Oh, place your order. Everybody's digital. These Girl Scouts are very high tech now. I saw a sign on the side of the road with a QR code, so that way you could order while you're driving by. Get them delivered to your house. It didn't work on your phone? Oh no, Drek. Oh, that's too sad. Martin, how are you? So that's what the girl that came by, she and her dad were knocking on doors in the neighborhood with a wagon full of cookies. And so the nice thing is that as opposed to when I was little, you had to pre-order your cookies, right? But now, like, these moms, these parents buy like thousands of boxes of cookies and just keep them in their garage, and they have them on hand, and they just, you get a box, you get a box. Like, it's crazy. Like, they set up stands in the neighborhood to sell cookies. It's like little pop-up Girl Scout shops. It's crazy. So different from when I was little, and I was only a brownie for a year, and then I was out. Yeah, exactly. Crazy. You need coffee and cookies. Tea and biscuits. It is. It is. And a lot of, like, going door to door. Like, nobody knows their neighbors anymore, typically. That's what I found. Unless you've been in your neighborhood for a long time. But even in our old neighborhood, you know, I only knew the people next door. And that's, I mean, we kind of don't. We aren't social people. So, that was one of the things I wanted to change when we moved into this neighborhood. But with construction and everything. And one of my neighbors just finally moved in permanently to their house. And I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's how we are, Drek. I wasn't going to use that term because I didn't want it to be punny. But we are. We're hermits. We do our own thing. We go. So, you know, we're busy. Yeah. But so is even more awkward. Oh, it's awkward for the people when they're like, I don't want cookies. Like, I feel bad because I've gotten messages from people and I'm like, I'm sorry. I truly wasn't going to buy cookies this year because it's hard to resist. And, so here we are. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, JT. And I hate asking people for money. And my parents are always like, why didn't you tell me you had this fundraiser going on? We would have donated. I'm like, it's all right. I give enough for everybody in my family. That's how I feel. That's why I never ask for money from my family. It's so weird. So you sold pies? So did you have to have them with you, or did they go pick them up from like a bakery? Like where they pre-ordered? Hi, Life of L. You sold jewelry? What? For the PE department? That's crazy. That's crazy. I do not, as PTSO president, I don't like selling stuff because of the percentages. I also don't like fun runs run by companies because they take 40%. So, we do other fundraisers. I don't like it. I don't like it. If I'm giving $100 to the school, I don't want them to only get 60 of it. So, that's my own feeling. I washed more cars than I would care to ever wash in my lifetime for cheerleading to get money so that we could go to a competition. Yeah. It was like a pre-order and then you picked them up. And you had to go around and deliver them? Oh, yikes. You sold boxes of oranges and grapefruits for band. Did you grow up in Florida? Oh, that's too bad, Martin. Yeah, I would only do pies 1 year. So, the year before I became president of the PTSO, they did cookie dough. And it's the cookie dough that's in a tub, so it's already it's pre-made cookie dough. It has to be kept frozen. Well, when all this cookie dough gets delivered to the school, where do you store it? So the cafeteria was kind enough to give us space in their walk-in, but they wanted it out like within a day because they need stuff for theirs. So, hi Saber, we just started and I'm talking about fundraisers. Exactly, JT, and that's the thing. There's schools here that do their own fun runs, and it's amazing. And I think that once you get it down, I think you could totally do it on the cheap. It's just that first year, and I would want to talk to these schools and see if they'd give tips and secrets. A lot of times people don't like to share things, which is unkind. But getting your coffee? I've got secondsies, Cash. There's a truck that would drive up. Really? That's neat. So my kids sold wreaths for hockey this year from Oregon. And that was a really good, those wreaths were beautiful. Like, absolutely beautiful. What a great fundraiser. And so he did that for hockey. Yeah. So anyway, cookie dough. They sold it the year before I became president. I'm like, I'm not selling anything. I don't like it. I don't like guilting people into buying stuff from my kid. And it's not worth the cash back to the school isn't worth it to me. But that's my own feeling. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So we do restaurant fundraisers too, where like there's a Mexican restaurant that's local to the area that gives back 30% to the school. So on like say a Thursday night, if you go in between 4 and 8 p.m. and tell them that you're with our school, they give back 30% of the sales to our school. Like Chipotle used to give 50%. I don't think they still give 50%, but that was amazing. But those are quick and easy fundraisers for schools. Exactly. And you sell $80 and you get a pencil that I could have gone to the dollar store for. Or a finger, whatever. A finger lock or whatever, you know, whatever crappy thing it is that they're giving you. You know, I'm pretty sure that I've got crappy prizes in my drawer here from these fundraisers. Probably not. I think I threw them all out. Cards that have coupons. Yeah. The high school does that. The cards with coupons. I did coupon books one year, and those did well. I mean, if you go, there was one coupon, like, it paid for the book. Like, it was to the zoo. It was great. Selling chocolates out of box, yeah. I remember when schools would come by selling candy bars. With Culver's, yes. And Culver's does a full week, which is amazing. And it's super easy because I'm like, we eat out once a week, right? Just because we're busy. And so we'll eat out once a week. And so that's what we'll eat. We'll support the school as long as it's something that everybody likes. They did one restaurant and I'm like, I'm gonna pass because the kids aren't gonna eat anything there. So, it's probably, I mean, it was probably something that I chose, but I'm like, we'll go. Hi, Turk. Good morning to you. It's kind of like that. So what you do is that you talk to the restaurant manager. Typically you can go in person and talk to this. I mean, obviously don't go during busy times, but you go and talk to the manager at the restaurant and you can set up a date. And a lot of it's done via email now, right? But you talk to them and they're like, okay, so how about, you know, Thursday the 20th, you guys can come in and, you know, here's a flyer with all this stuff. Like, it's something, it's very common here. And they're like, okay, we'll give you back. And it's usually anywhere between 10 and 30% that they'll give back to the school, depending upon the restaurant, right? A smaller restaurant tends to give less because they don't know, or like they have soda shops out here, where you can get flavored sodas. I think they're probably slowly moving across, but like Soda Rush or Sodalicious or Swig or I don't know what else. I mean, there's a bazillion chains of them, right? And they give money back. It's super easy. Oh, that's nice. So we can't do homemade stuff anymore. So just the gains from that night goes towards the school. Like, they'll send us a check. So like we did one with an ice cream place and they gave us 15% back. And so the week after they send us a check based on their cash register receipts. So I think on their end, it's probably a little bit more work because they just save the receipts. You know, they have one of those pokey things and save the receipts on the pokey thing. And then they go through those receipts and total it up and give us a percentage of the sales minus sales tax, right? So they get a ton of people. So our school has 850 students at it. And so you have just advertised to 850 students, families, about this and that you're giving back. And then you can exactly even people who that's exactly it, Icy, is that people that wouldn't typically go to a restaurant, like, you know, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I don't go to In-N-Out. I don't care for it. I think Culver's is better. And this is my own opinion. Don't hate me. Don't unfollow. But I wouldn't typically go there. However, my school's having a fundraiser in and out. You know what? We're going to In and Out that night. We'll get dinner, and they're giving 20% back to the school. So, yeah. Right. And they're packed. They're absolutely packed on those nights. You're absolutely right. You still haven't tried Culver's Turk? Oh. Do you have them there? You're too European for this. I know. Well, so your school, but your schools in Europe are funded appropriately, right? Your teachers are paid what they need to be paid and what they deserve to be paid. Here, they're not. And so we are constantly trying to get money so that our teachers don't have to buy Kleenex for the classrooms. Our teachers don't have to buy whatever they need for the classrooms, you know? Anyway, that's my rant. It's now been 20 minutes of talking about fundraisers. Sorry. I'm sorry, Icy. I am so sorry. Did you happen to have the hot chocolate concrete that they had over the holidays? That's my kid's favorite. He loves that one, but it's only here for like the month of December, and then they don't have it. So if they still have it, you should ask. But that's his favorite. But yeah, it's delicious. And I haven't had Culver's in forever. Oh, that's a lie. I cheated over Christmas break. And we had Culver's one night, and I had a burger and some fries. Blue Wolf. Do you work at a school? You're so exact. Oh, the Italian ice slush. I always forget about that one. I always forget about that. We should do that in the summertime. Is do that. Yes. Yes, you do. Your description's just so precise. Right, like something extra, you know, like if you wanted to bring something in to do something special for your classroom, that's extra. But just, you know, notebooks and folders for your classroom, right? Like, anyway, you're lurking while you make lunch, Saber? All right, we're going to get this game started here. Now that we've talked about fundraising for entirely longer than I intended. Are they really, Life of L? I hope for the best for them. Tango Tech? I am doing something interesting tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be streaming with my husband. What, you say? Well, we were looking at Nights and Bikes based on suggestions of games from y'all on Sunday morning. 7 my time. Didn't that one look so cute? Life of L? We're gonna be T squared. Did you get it? T squared. I'm a dork. You were good and didn't get a milkshake or dessert. That's tutti frutti. Yeah. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. It'll be fun. Yeah. It might be a one-time only thing. I might make Tango totally crazy and not able to stay with me for another stream. I mean, might be a one and done. We'll see. We'll both stream it. With T squared with that. No, you're not streaming it. I'm streaming it. Tango Tech is not streaming it. Matching hats. Ooh, we don't have matching hats. You know what'd be fun? I mean, I don't know anything about the game, but if you had a night hat and I had a bike hat. See? Knights and bikes. Should we do it? Oh, large cheese curds. Yum. So, so good. Bye, Loose Wolf. Good luck to you today. Oh. Oh, that would be super cute. I might have to go to the store and pick up a night hat for you. I wonder if Amazon could get something here by tomorrow. Helmets. Exactly. Helmets to protect us. Oh, good times. It'll be fun. Maybe. More mugs. Hi, Echo. How are you? I was talking about you to my kids last night because our youngest is playing Vault Hunters with his friends. I'm like, you should watch Echo. Echo plays Vault Hunters, I think, on Monday nights, right? Yeah. I've also been talking to you about you for other reasons. Traveling reasons, but not this year. Not this year. Next year. I know, next year, not this year. So, we have ulterior motives next year because something's opening up next year. No. No. Talking about attending a different place. In addition. So not as much time. I know. That's why I'm being cryptic. Anyway, I'm going to get going on this Mitton University because I didn't realize it only has 1 star. What? Ooh, yeah. That's actually on my list. I think it'd be fun to go to Gatorland. But so is Cape Canaveral. That's on my list. It does seem like Mitton University needs a fundraiser. Is that blasphemy? Is that allowed? Oh, you're having snuggles with your 3-year-old? Aww. That sounds so cute. 2 Point Hospital is on sale today. You totally need to pick it up, Icy. And then make sure you use your Prime account to get all the freebies that they have on Prime Gaming. They give away all sorts of stuff on Prime Gaming. I feel like it's like once a week. Oh, I'm sorry. I like sick and cranky babies. Alright, so we have not been to Mitton University in a while. Like, this was probably one of the first, right, that I did. And if you notice the sadness that is in here. Do you see the sadness? There's no way these students are super happy. And we only have 1 star in it. Good, Icy. I'm glad. I keep looking, like, every day. And I probably should just do a once-a-week check on it. But I keep looking every day. But then I also found, like, some Overwatch stuff for my kid. And I'm like, I'll just look. No! How was her cruise? How was her birthday? I hope it was amazing. Alright. I'm refreshing what is going on here. I have a giant classroom. What was I thinking with that giant classroom? That's crazy talk. Giant shower. Yay! That's so exciting, Echo. So exciting. Alright, and then I have a building over here with a few things, with another classroom that's too big. But that's alright. What's this? A tiny library? I have a wee library over there. That's crazy. Huh. My planning skills were not what they are today, back when this one started. Alright, so we're in between years here. To get 2 stars, we need to train a teacher to level 5 in robotics. Do I have a training room? Nope. Sure don't. It's very hard to get that if you don't have a training room. So let's build a training room. Oh, really? We're going to put a training room over in this. Throw it in the corner. Okay, so now we can get some teachers trained. Let's get some training scheduled. Oh, they already had training scheduled. Did I have? I don't see a training room. Right? How did somebody already get training scheduled if I didn't schedule them for training? Oh, I did have a training room. It's 4:30 a.m. Oh. Goodness. Get some sleep, Miss Dee Dee. Have a great sleep. Alright, let's look at my oh. What do they need to be trained in? Robotics. Alright, let's find my robotics teachers. Oh, maybe I should train that one up. Tiger Nietzsche, 24 months? 24 months. That's so crazy. How have you been? The next one's mine. It's adorable. Adorable. Alright. Training is scheduled. That developed 3 sweethearts romances. Alright, that'll just happen on its own. Alright, let's manage our courses. Let's see what we got. Let's upgrade. Ooh, we need another lecture hall. If I do that. Oh, we're good. Let's do both. Aw, the bun. Alright, we're going to put another lecture hall over here. I'm just going to copy a lecture hall and put it here and make it smaller because it does not need to be that giant. I must not have had the big ones. It's cold here, too. Alright. There's the extra... You heard that rumor? Tiger Nietzsche, there is that rumor. I know, it is crazy, Saber. It is absolutely crazy. Yeah, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. our time. We are going to... Still tired and coughing. Boo. Alright, we're gonna start the next year. Let's go play.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne.
Alright, we need to get 40 students to attend events. That should not be too challenging.
Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Today I
might
balanced two
put...
heads
Oh, you know what? I bet
on
I need
my
another
one
dorm.
Singular head.
57 students would like to have a bed.
Is joined by my occasional chef hat. Yes, I'll be taking you all over 2 Point County as I recount my latest culinary travels.
Alright, let's copy
when
this
I
room.
set out to find the finest
give you all
foods
bed.
our great county has to offer. Just a hungry man in his hatchback. It's a tale as old as time.
The robots won't build themselves. Well, not yet.
Let's see if that made them happy. We're gonna sell some of these beds, though. I feel like over the time I have gotten more comfortable with it. I don't know.
Now taking students for scientography.
Did I do that one already? Oh, I did do that one. Alright. Let's see. Hopefully our students have beds now. Let's do that. Accept that. Student lounge party. Alright, let's do it. They want stuff to be
The
brought up.
timetable has now been published. Schedule your lives accordingly.
Oh, is something broken? Oh, that could be upgraded though. Oh, do I not have enough teachers? I might not. Yeah, starting off and being, like, I shouldn't say talking to yourself, but it's very weird. Talking to yourself. Learning, I feel like I've gotten better at looking at chat and following along with chat. However, you know, if I were to have as many people in my chat as Tango or, you know, like there's no way. Like, I don't, that's crazy. I don't know if I could do it.
The culinary world is a lot like the real world. There are places, there are smells, there's a chance you'll get lost. After a series of wrong turns, now 60 miles
Oh, we've got a fancy guy here.
I was treated to the first food of my trip. A wondering puffed pastry and something
it's a whole nother animal.
The
right?
buttery sausage-style matter mingled playfully with hints of pine from my air freshener. It was
they wanted
It was dangerous. It was
let's
cold
build
in
that.
the middle.
Nope. We're gonna build a, let's pause. Pastoral support. right? No. No. YouTube talking. Yeah, just talking during a video. Oh, we need to put a heater in here. Alright, do I have any staff members that can take care of my pastoral support needs? Nope. Sure don't. Ah, Sarah. Alright, Sarah White. Welcome to the team. Alright, play.
Students with pastoral issues should go to student support.
We're going to upgrade that one. Oh, absolutely. Saber. Alright, which science lab do they want to be a 5? This one. Alright, let's go. Let's add some things to this room. We have some cash. That desk in here. Hi, Lomax. How are you?
Assistant needed in library.
It's amusing. It's very amusing. Being on this side in here. Hi, Miss Lady Alice. How are you?
If you ask me, Hogsport boasts the finest milkshakes in 2 Point County. At the Oily Cormorant, they'll serve you a traditional malt in an old leather boot and throw in a salt and vinegar egg.
Aw, I'm doing well. I hope you are as well.
Tradition. They're in our blood. In fact, I once received medical attention after enjoying a few dozen shakes and was told that my blood was over 60% ice cream. How we laughed.
I'm surprised they didn't spell it with a PH. Physics is fun. What's that? A science unit. Oh, that's right. I remember that. I remember that. I could make this one bigger and put in... You know what? I'm going to pick that up and move that over there. Let's move this over one. And pick up that door. Because I think that I can put... No, that's too big. But maybe I can get this computer desk in here. Right?
Janitor required in bathroom.
Career goal completed. Yay. What else do we have here? A love trumpet. I got your love trumpet right here. Bring it on. Oh, these people have to walk really far. I should make this room have a door there. Yep. And I don't have any clubs. What? Is that guy gonna love trumpet by himself? Or is he just standing there? No, just standing there. That's all right.
Student union requires an assistant.
I know 2 Point Hospital is only $9. It's on sale. So if you are wanting 2 Point Hospital, $9. And we were talking about Evil Genius 2 the other morning, and it also is on sale for like $9. Alright, I need to move this room. When's the next class in this room? Let's set up an event. That room is giant.
Janitor required in bathroom.
Yeah, sure. Alright. We're actually going to continue editing that. Or another door.
At Milkmaid, we use real dairy-style ingredients in our
Maybe we're not
milkshakes
gonna throw
for a
another
level
door
of
in that
consistency that just isn't natural. Meaning that every glass of Milkmaid is eerily similar to the last.
Wow!
Milkmaid. Now that's good milk.
Move that.
Not
See if we can do a
technically
second
milk.
door in there. Okay. Now we're gonna put a door here on this building. Make it easier for people to get in and out of school to where they need to be. I don't have any clubs. I feel like why don't I have any clubs? This clearly was at the very beginning, right? When I first started playing that. If your professors had a stage like that, you think you'd go. I mean, look at that stage. Stuff just pops out from the bottom. It's pretty amazing. Look at that high-tech computer that came out. Pretty amazing. I know, this totally had to have been one of the starter schools. I'm gonna throw a shower in down here too.
Can be found in student support.
A new research project is available. Alright. I like the shower with the giant floor-to-ceiling window in it. It's a little disturbing. I should probably take that out. I think the people liked it.
Assistant required in the student.
Hi, how are you? How's your day? An exam this morning, 36 pages of proofs, and the professor would ask you like... We did, Lomax. Tomorrow night. We're gonna play Knights and Bikes. I don't remember who suggested it on Sunday. But that's what we're doing. Yay, health inspection. Shoe graze. I don't have that. Dorm to level 5. Let's look at it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This dorm is in need of help. Let's sell this bed.
On 2-Point Radio.
99.
I'm a huge fan of Yeti cuisine. Yes, our neighbors to the north really know their way around a kitchen. From stews and pickles to 5-tiered sandwiches. And, of course, their pies. Cold hands make the boldest pastry, after all. And it is freezing up there.
Let's get you all some beds.
You really must try it. It's the food of the people. And those people are Yetis.
Janitor required in bathroom.
Add some decor to this room. We're gonna add a fancy pants guy to this room too. What else do they do in this?
Student requests for administrator. I'll add them to the pile.
Maybe we'll throw a Jasmine poster up. Oh, I can't. You're claiming the rainbow bed? It looks cozy. Oh, did I get up to 5? I did. Yay. Scientography open. Yes. DJ Sous Chef. I do not have a place for DJ Sous Chef to make that happen. We'll schedule a horror film. Sounds good. A crazy taxi machine that's $5,000.
Janitor required in bathroom.
Yeah, we'll just throw it right there. Ooh, I don't know if I have space in there for a 2-player arcade table. Not so much. They've got the meat sweats in there, or meat wizard in there, though. I don't even have golden toilets. God. Do I even like these students?
I was famished when I arrived at the Royal Tumble Hotel. So much so that I took advantage
I mean,
of
look
my
at this library. Look how tiny it is.
Greedily on
There's
some
nothing in there.
toast. When I returned from a walk, I was stunned to find that all Crumbridge had been decrumbled. The bed was
set up
made
a lounge
and
party.
the toilet spotless. Every sign of life had been
do it.
washed away.
Yeah,
You've got to ask yourself, had I really been staying here?
Aw,
Indeed,
don't
do I
drop
exist
out.
at all?
You're cold.
Lovely stuff.
Oh, it's cold in the bathroom. I get that. We're good. Maybe I'll make this bathroom one bigger. Sure.
Your body is a temple. and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
Oh, did I only give them one hand dryer in that bathroom? Sure did. Alright, let's throw some golden toities in here. I throw a heater in there? I cannot. Can I put one in this room?
Attention! Your finger is not a toothbrush.
Oh, look at that. There you go. There's one little heater for you. Sorry, that's all I can do. Science level 7? Only a 4 in this room. That's a lot. Jump that up to a 7. What do you people think I am? Made of money? That's crazy. I don't know if I can do that. A cold bath. It totally is like real high school.
Janitor needed
level
to
5.
unblock
Oh, that's really
toilets.
tiny.
Lovely.
I should build a better student union. Oh, look at the line at the crazy taxi machine. Annika would like to be trained. Who else wants to be trained? Let's check my assistants out. Let's start training peeps.
This trip was all about regional delights and cultural differences. One man's casual vol-au-vent is another's world-shattering epiphany. The people of Smogley have been crusting and dusting.
They have. There is
fish
one
for
meat
as long
wizard.
as
Only
anyone
one
can
though.
Remember. But at the recently opened What's the Batter, they use a unique cheesy gubbin crumb. Ho 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 ho! I can safely say that it was the cheesiest fish
We have to get
this
that teacher
DJ
up to
had ever eaten. That's a winner.
Aw, Piper. Elvish mayonnaise. Oh, maybe I should hire another teacher and train them in... Let's get another teacher hired for Scientography. Oh, you look amazing. Welcome to the team, Kate Marmalade. Alright, I need to make a bigger student union. You're still waiting for Cheeseball to make its return? Ah, Cheeseball. That was a good game. Is my teacher in here is probably training or on a break. Student lounge, teacher lounge. Let's move. Did somebody throw up on the floor? Did you just puke on the floor?
Janitor needed
Dude,
to unblock
stay.
toilets.
Oh, don't go and get more milkshakes. You just puked on the floor. No. That is not acceptable. Not at all acceptable. That is gross. Picking up that room, moving it. So gross. Amber Chanter. Let's see what we can do here.
Students eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat.
We want to see if we can get a stage in here. We can. Woohoo! I don't know if I need a stage and a jukebox, but here we are. Let's give them a dance floor too.
I hope you enjoyed today's show as much as I enjoyed my trip around this wonderful, mysterious county of ours. But for now, all of this talk about food has made me hungry. So I'm off to the fridge to take out the first thing I find and cover it in mayonnaise. Until next time, I've been Ricky Hawthorne. Cheers!
Sounds like Carrie. We might move stuff. Let's just move things. Let's...
Library requesting assistant.
Alright, we're gonna go with that. Now I can set up concerts, right? Oh, they want a smoothie kiosk. You got it. I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna make this whole center area. We're gonna do stuff like that. Right, smoothie kiosk outside. I don't even have ramen! What? How are my students not rioting? I don't even have ramen. What is even happening here? I don't know if I have coffee. Do I even have a coffee stand? I've got a hot dog stand. Oh, I do have ramen. It's over there. I don't need 2 ramen stands.
Student union requires an assistant.
Okay. But let's put in eggplant next to the smoothie stand. You could go for some ramen today. Ramen. We're gonna hire a couple more assistants. Robin White, welcome to the team. Go enjoy selling smoothies, Robin White. Scotty Puddle. Joanna. You're gonna join that one. Two-player game table. Oh, I was gonna make this room bigger. So now there's a lounge in one and
End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying.
Alright, let's make this student union bigger. I think I just put his trash in his pocket. Oh, you had ramen last night? Hi, Bunquisha Jones, how are you? The academic year's over. Make this room. I'm gonna go one bigger. Not really invalid items. Alright. How did we do? Oh, nobody failed or dropped out. Yay! I definitely need more entertainment stuff for the students here because they were not totally entertained this year. Just working? Working, lurking? Oh, why are there windows in here? Let's sell those. Pick that up. I'm gonna throw that over here. Maybe not. We'll just sell it for now. You gotta switch to work, Lurk. I get it. I get it. I'll do that. Now the student lounge is giant.
The summer is a good time to
Let's
relax
add
and
a game
prepare for
table
next year.
in here. And let's add an arcade table in here. Oh, they wanted it over here? Really? I'd like to move that table because it looks too crowded. Sorry. Why can't... What? Alright, let's give that a whirl. Sorry, folks. I made a... Make you move. Student lounge to a 7. It's already a 6. Yay! Let's add a few things to this room. We definitely could change out that heater in there. Let's pick up that heater. We're gonna move it to the hallway.
Janitor needed to unblock
Probably didn't
toilets.
need to go that way.
Lovely.
Let's add the big heater. Ooh, we already have a fridge. Let's add a sink. There we go. Counter. Heater. That's what we wanted. The big one. Right.
This is Felicity Bellbottoms, and you're listening to Campus Radio, where we do all the work for none of the pay. We've got a great show for you, but first, here's some music.
How's that room already full? Feels crazy. I'll throw another table in here. Alright, they want a club too. Let's do a club while we're here. What club should we do? Should we... Hi, Genesis. How are you doing? How are your errands today? Do we want... What club do we want? The Power Nap Club? The Running Club? Book Club? Nature? Or Orb? Or what's this one? Time Tourism. Which one do you think we should do? Power... Oh, I keep grabbing my coffee cup because I want more coffee. And I'm not. Caffeine. All right, Saber.
In bathroom.
Power nap, speed walking. You want? I think so. I feel like that sounds like a good one to me. Power naps. We're gonna put the Power Nap Club stand outside. Why are these people throwing up? What in the world is happening? Too many milkshakes. I might have to shut down this milkshake guy. Dang it, milkshake guy. Momentum marbles required. He requires balls in motion. Exactly.
Janitor needed to unblock
Alright,
toilets.
so this science lab.
Lovely.
Is this where the balls in motion go? It It is. It is where the balls in motion go. Alright, so my science lab needs to be a little bit bigger. Because I will not be able to fit balls in motion in there. Right? There's not enough room. Okay. Can we... Is that space bigger? Yeah. Sure is not. But if I put that there, I can add on to that. Students go in through that door.
Student requests are
I can move
often
stuff
heard,
around.
but not always listened to.
Alright. Let's see what I can do. See if I can move stuff to be able to make this happen.
As a student, it can be hard to find time for, well, everything. Here's Maggie with a tip for getting things done.
Alright, balls in motion, where are they at? 25,000 smackaroos. There we go. There's your balls in
Multitasking is
motion.
great. I don't know what I'd do without it. Sometimes I'm there, writing an essay while listening to a recorded lecture and covering an event for campus radio, and it just dawns on me, if multitasking wasn't so great, this would all be a bit much. Thanks, multitasking.
I could move that over to here, too. Gives me a little bit more space to add something else, right? Makes me nervous. I don't want to add a milkshake machine in here now. You know, the good milkshake machine. Oh, I was going to make this one bigger. There we go. I'm not working on any projects. Holistics medicine, Mega Hand 3, robotics. Oh, look at all these upgrades I should be doing.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
What else do I have? Science Lab 7. I'm a 6. Let's add some more stuff in here to raise that up. Sanitizer in there. There we go. I got your science lab to 7. Oh, I need another science lab. Well, darn.
Janitor required in bathroom.
I probably don't need a shower this large, considering my other ones. So it's Robo Design. I could have just kept that science lab here. Let's build another science lab. I have a love trumpet! Look, it's right there. Love trumpet.
Janitor
Another
needed
scientography
to
teacher.
toilets. Lovely.
Oh, teachers. Scientography. Natasha. Vivian. Spencer.
And now, the story of a teaching
Amy
hospital
Fish.
and some missing bones.
We don't have a medical office either? Oh my gosh, what is even happening at this school?
Here at the teaching hospital in Mitton, students look forward to
Alright, we're moving the hot dog stand outside.
While they were sleeping,
I didn't mean to move the
visions
person.
of crutches and
Sorry.
pharmaceutical
I
machinery in
wanted
their
the whole
heads,
stand.
their teaching skeletons went missing. They've tried making their own skeletons out of wire, toothpicks and toilet paper, but sadly, they're 39 bones short and don't know what they're missing. For now, their education and the future of healthcare in our county is looking boneless and a little
We're gonna
limp.
throw some
Fliss, back to
benches
you.
out here. I forgot about the cheese ball bench. Oh, the cheese ball bench has to be inside. That's too bad. Alright, we're gonna put that there. Cheese balls. Let's pick up this game and move it. I don't know where we're gonna move it to. Oh, I could put it right there. So much vomit. What in the world?
Janitor required in bathroom.
I can... Sure. Sell away. Nope, nope, nope. I want the whole room. Whole room.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
That would be funny. I think I'm gonna sell that door. Edit. Sell that door. Okay, let's get a medical office now. Medical office.
Janitor required in bathroom.
Alright, do I have anybody that can work in the medical office? That's the question. Sure don't. Yay! Alright. Bill. Ooh, maybe. Bill, you're it. Welcome to the team, Bill. Let's actually hire maybe Minnie, Jennifer Cyanide, Chuck Rainbow. Oh, Chuck. Harry Asparagus. Usha.
Hey guys, hear
We're
me
hiring
out.
Usha.
What if we went
like it.
back to school? It started as a class
Oh, my
reunion.
people are cold
It ended
outside.
with them back
Who
in
knew?
class. That's crazy. Hey, I'm climbing on a statue.
Temperature. Let's throw some
Everybody
heaters
get in
outside.
the shed. I can't revise anymore. My knees hurt. Roderick Cushion is varsity freshman. in Immature Students.
Alright, am I ready to start this next year now? I feel like I probably don't need 2 libraries, but here we are with 2 libraries.
Janitor needed.
That room probably could have been put over
toilets.
there.
Lovely.
I could pull these rooms out a little bit, make them, or pull these buildings a little bit bigger as well, just to make it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. You wouldn't trust Nurse Cyanide? Alright, I feel like I'm okay. Let's go. Let's start it. If I were to upgrade both, I don't need to add any. We're good. Let's do it.
Janitor required in bathroom.
Maybe I should put some benches outside as well. Let's do... Do I need another heater outside? This one. Alright, do we think that we're good?
Announcement.
Maybe.
The timetable is now live.
Lillian Moore would like to be trained. Alright, Lillian. Look at that napping club. They want a sleepy sheep. That's your sleepy sheep. Snoop Boopin' Baby, 11 months. How are you,
Thanks
Snoop
for joining
Boopin'
us
Baby?
on Campus Radio. If
How's your
anyone
day?
From 2 Point Radio is listening in or has received my emails, I graduate next year and will be available for paid or unpaid roles at your station. Thanks.
What can I add here for funsies? I'll add some phones. They like to talk on the payphones. A payphone is a phone that you had to put money in to talk on, to call someone. I have a meat wizard in the lounge.
You students should make a
Right.
good first impression. No pressure.
Maybe I'll do a cheese ball arcade. Ooh, you know what? Everybody likes owls. I'll throw an owl over here. Ooh, let's put a golden toilet in here. Oh, that's what I was gonna make that, I was gonna make that shower smaller. Because I feel like it's way too big. I feel like it's unnecessary to have it. Is today dentist day? What? We love the dentist. It's a spa day for your mouth.
Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple
It's
with
the
crisps.
best day. Don't pass on the dentist. The dentist is awesome. Alright, I feel like I have a lecture hall that can be upgraded. Yes, I do. Sure do. Today's a photo shoot for your mouth. I love the dentist. It's a spa day. It's fantastic.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Let's do a funny film. Beginning of December. There. Let's do an action film in April. There. And in here, let's do a romantic film in February. There. Oh no, Cash! That's awful! Awful! Hi, Lobo Meep, how are you? Oh, I didn't put a heater in this room. Oops.
Library requesting assistant.
I feel like some of these rooms are just hot. Alright, where's my teacher? Let's get that teacher up to a level 5. Training. Teacher. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Dave. Come on, Dave. You can get up to a 5. You can do it. You can do it.
Janitor needed to unblock
Oh
toilets.
no, that's
Lovely.
awful. Oh, I'm sorry, Lobo Meep. I'm sorry. Hi, Chimp. How are you? I know. That makes me sad.
Announcement. Healthy body, healthy mind. I came up with that.
Invalid room for a hygiene poster. What?
It's the Harrison Wolf Show, baby.
Let's add a few things to these rooms. Yeah. How to use soap. Don't drop your phone in the toilet.
Hey, this is Harrison Wolf, and thanks for stopping by.
And
Today we're going to be talking about a subject that's near and dear to my heart. The one thing you need when things are getting hairy. You hear something funny outside, or you're just hiding from the milkman. That's
these
right.
toilets.
Today we're
Put in
talking
some golden
panic
toilets.
rooms.
And the royal flushers. Oh my gosh! They just, like... That's crazy. Like, what did you do? Did they have a baggie? Did they have something for you to put it in? That's terrible. Why would they just pull your tooth out? In the middle of public like that? I don't get it.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Where's the fireplace? That's what I want. I'm gonna put that fireplace in here. That's unreal. I don't understand.
Students are reminded to make requests, not demands.
Day's coming up for Oh no, really? Oh. I love the dentist. I'm sad. And none of you like the dentist. They want a record rug. Fantastic. Where am I putting it? Right here? In the middle? Alright. There we go. Bring on...
Every good panic room starts with its supplies.
Got your Raven
now, some
lamp.
things are a must. Your crackers, your flashlight, your bottles of water, sure. But don't be afraid to show some personality. I, for one, keep a bowling ball in my panic room. I find it's the perfect place to practice.
Family tree? Interesting. But I got it.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Okay. I just heard Alexa go off, but I don't know why. What else do I need? Come on, training. Let's go. Come on, 2 stars.
Students eating rubbish are reminded.
Oh,
that you are what you eat.
no. Yuckies. Why can't... I just heard Alexa go off. Usually, like, if the kids are home, I'll play with one ear off. So I can hear the fighting. Alright. I just need that teacher to get trained. I feel like I should cancel all the other trainings so I can get that teacher to get trained.
janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
You didn't have your until you were 30. That's amazing. Hi, ruler of the star. How are you doing today? Are you enjoying your day so far? Well, your teacher training's in the summertime, on your off time, right?
Janitor required in student lounge.
You floss 4 or 5 times a day? For real?
Now,
My dad
when it comes to
flosses like that.
surveillance, I'm strictly an anti-camera kind of guy. My philosophy is I can't see
Table
you,
football.
you can't see me.
We
so
got space
I
for
like
that.
to keep things as low tech as
Table
possible.
football it is.
I'd
Bring it
recommend
on.
strategically placed strings.
Student
attached
lounge to
some
a
bells.
9.
You
Oh,
hear
we're
a
an 8
ring,
already.
And you got yourself a
We
visitor.
can get you up to a
Of course,
9.
Sometimes it's the doorbell.
No problem.
And you really do have a visitor. If you want to get real crafty, just leave a load of rakes in your yard. No one suspects a rake in the yard, but you'll hear the sucker when he steps on one and takes a handle
Let's
to the
throw
chops.
some rugs in here.
Ouch.
There we go. Oh, the meat wizard is still amazing. Let's throw another meat wizard in.
Janitor required
Right.
for groundskeeping. Thank you.
Let's put a meat wizard over in this building. Oh, let's put it on the other side though. So it's not in front of the door to the bathroom. One student needs a big 3D printer. You bet. Let's put it in. There you go. There's your 3D printer. What's your problem? Wants to join a club? Well, go join one. Go join one. Henrik. Hi, how are you, Schmames? I feel like you're late.
Janitor required in
A
bathroom.
little on the late, but that's alright. I know, I love those floss picks. They're amazing. I floss in the car. If you ever see me driving, I might be flossing. I know, it's a little weird, but... Nope. I think I just need a little one in here. Just a little one.
Showering is technically but not socially optional.
Alright, come on. Let's get this guy trained. Morselman machine. I'm on it. Put it over here. You want morselmen over having coffee and ramen? I don't think I have enough time to set up for the end of the year for another concert.
You want to make stacks of easy
Sonar,
cash,
thank you so
reading
much
about
for that
stocks
gift
is
sub.
Really boring.
Appreciate it. Oh, thank you,
Invest
Schmeens.
in Bungle Coin. It's like other fictional cryptocurrency, but with 40% less
Bagels.
saturated fat.
Why is this room so dirty?
Students with medical issues should go to the health clinic.
Is that a shoe graze? Which one's shoe graze? That's that one. I'll put a shoe graze poster in the hallway. Add a few things to this room. I put a microscope in there.
Assistant needed in library.
Alright, let's see how that goes. That room's a 5. That room's a 7. Concert happening in that room. What can we add to this room? Let's add a speaker back there. Oh, I have one of those already. I want more science-y
Your
posters.
finger is not
That's
a
what I want.
toothbrush.
Some more science posters would be great. What else do we have?
Here's a question from Gyro and
Do I
Duckworth.
need...
What are some of your
anything else?
favorite panic room pastimes?
I need
Thanks
this
for the question,
student,
Gyro.
or this teacher
I
to
find that you can have a lot of fun
train
with a
up.
little bouncy ball. In fact, one time I was bouncing, lost track of time, and it turned out that I'd been doing it for 16 hours. I went cold turkey after that, meaning I was hungry, and took a
Right,
turkey
Dave.
sandwich out the freezer.
Let's get you trained.
Turkey.
Level 5. Did you just pick up 2 Point Hospital? Yeah, 2 Point Hospital's on sale today. It's $9, right? Is that what Icy said earlier? That's $9, so that's super awesome. And then don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you can get extra stuff through Prime Gaming. Yeah,
Janitor required in bathroom.
super awesome. Oh, I was gonna upgrade. I didn't see the thing pop up that said that it had finished upgrading the science thing. There's a queue outside of my medical office. Let's upgrade that. Omnicure. Exactly, like dinosaur mayonnaise. Void egg mayonnaise. feel like I would like to move these outside with the other ones. Let's do that in a minute.
Janitor to clean up the place. Thank you.
Eggs make mayonnaise. Maybe I should put a fun kiosk over here.
Students with medical issues should go to the health clinic.
Let's do that. I want a fun kiosk. We're gonna put a Christmas kiosk over here.
Here's one for the more advanced panickers amongst you. It's important to be one step ahead. What do I mean by that?
Pedro.
Well, you could do a number of things. You could have a trapdoor for sneaky getaway.
That way we have two people that can do medical stuff.
Or you could
trained.
hang a sign on the door that
All right,
says,
where's Dave?
Out for lunch.
To get his
They don't
training
know what's in
on.
them.
Nobody's getting trained right now. Come on, Dave. Where are you at? Let's find Dave. Dave, where are you? Dave. Dave is done. He's got free time. Welcome to training. Ah, I can't kick people out of training. Dang it. Still feel like this shower room is entirely too large. Especially since I've got a shower in the other building as well.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities.
I feel like I could make the library here and it'll be bigger. And then I could move those over to there. The things I could do. If I start moving everything around. Alright, let's see. End of the year. Nobody failed, nobody dropped out. Yay! Yay! Look at all those people graduating. Oh, I need another lecture theater.
The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for
That
next
is
year.
a lot. We're gonna have to make this bigger. Let's do it, right? We're gonna totally expand right here.
Let's take one more question before we wrap up here.
We're gonna fix that ground
Here's a good
as
one.
well.
What type of wood would you recommend for the furniture in your panic room? Well, you can't go wrong
Nope.
with oak.
Not the
That baby's
correct
a classic
ground.
for a reason. Me, personally, I like a maple. It's heavy, and I like the
There we
added
go.
water resistance. Plus, it's fun to say. Maple.
Alright, look at all the space I have now. Another science lab?
Enjoy your summer. I know I
Might
will.
not be enough space. Too much to move. Aww. Actually, I might be moving this one instead. Let's move this office instead. We're gonna just throw that down right there for now. And I'm going to put a science lab back here. Five by 5. Let's really do it like that. Right. Heat. We need heat. It's chilly on this campus. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna slide the shower down. I can add one more. Alright, so that shower got moved, which is good, because then I could put a private tuition office there, because it only needs to be a 2. And that gives me that space. Do I really need 2 libraries? I don't feel like at this stage in the game I need 2 libraries, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, where's that door? We're gonna put that door over here. What is... Interesting. Let's throw a window in here as well. I could change the setup of that bathroom, though, too. I could throw it on the side of this. I don't know that I need all those toilets. I could make it smaller. For now, just pick this guy up, put it over there. Right? Sure. you up. Let's move you over to here. Still doesn't solve the problem of me needing another lecture theater.
Before you all head
See what
off
we're
to
doing
build your
here.
brand new
I feel like that's
panic
good.
rooms,
That's
don't
decent.
forget to take a radio so Harrison can come along for the ride. Now, I
mean,
know
that
what you're
library is a
thinking,
little bit
"But
sad,
Harrison,
right?
Can't they track me with the frequencies?" And the answer is probably yes. But the Harrison Wolf Show is worth the risk. Happy hiding, listeners.
I could.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
I could expand this one too. Let's do that. I really liked my science lab though. It was nice.
Announcement.
Interesting.
Robots
How
cannot
that
assist
did
with
that.
graded work.
I'll throw a lecture hall over here, and I'm going to move this dorm room over. What is that? It must be a poster. Yes. Put that poster over there. Coffee.
Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you.
Let's see if I can get this to go, because I think that I need the extra space for the I'm just playing right now. I need to put a lecture hall in here. And I can do it. It's going to be very tiny. Very tiny lecture hall. Okay.
Janitor,
Now,
to collect litter.
let
Sorry.
me move business around in here. Bring the heater. Okay. I can add more beds now. More beds, more beds.
Students are reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
I need more beds, more beds, more beds, more beds. Alright. There we go. There are a lot of students in that room. I do have a lot of beds, though. I think I can have 60 students in that room with all those beds I have. Yikes. It's a lot. You have blood in your coffee.
Showering is technically but not socially optional.
Oh dear. Right, I feel like I'm better now. I need to throw a window in here. Let's put a window in this room. I should have just done a smaller window there. Smaller window. Okay. There we go. Pendle! How are you, Pendle? How's your stream?
Unfortunately, our broadcasting
How are
signal
you?
has
Hi,
taken a
Allie.
hit due to some of our equipment being prematurely recycled.
Are you having a good day?
One of our reporters is in a skip, looking for the
Pendle
parts
is
as we
amazing.
speak. So,
If you're not
consider
following
that
Pendle, you
colourful
should be
visual,
following
and we'll
Pendle.
Be right back.
Pendle is a fantastic person. Amazing. How's it going? How's your day?
Janitor to maintain lectern.
I'm just fooling around here with this silly game. Trying to make things work. Probably not succeeding. I have big open space right there. It's crazy. I feel like I don't want to add anybody. Yeah. I'm not adding anything. We're just gonna go and start the academic year and see how it goes. As long as you're having fun, you're succeeding, I like it.
You students should make a good first impression. No pressure.
Oh, I could add some stuff in here. Let's add some stuff. I feel like a lot of these campuses are very dark when I'm playing them. Oh, is this my teacher? Is this Dave? Oh, Dave. We're gonna 2-star it here. Phew! One more. Phew! Sorry. Whew! Come on, Dave. Get trained. 2 stars, 2 stars.
Janitor
We
needed
want 2
to
stars.
unblock toilets. Lovely.
Thank you, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll make my staff happy by I'll make this room a little bit bigger. is... Don't tell anyone, but the husband's recording right now.
Janitor required in bathroom.
I can hear him. Shh, it's a secret. No. Not getting that cough. Not happening.
We're back, and so is our
Now is
broadcasting
not the
signal.
time.
Thanks to Hugh for getting in the skip. By his own account, he was happy to do it, adding that the view from inside the skip offered him an entirely new perspective on campus. Now, if that's
Nobody
not
would be
an
able to
idea
answer
for
the
a
door
segment, I
right now.
don't know what is.
We're busy. Let's move that over so we can put a plant in this room. No, no, no.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets.
There we go.
Lovely.
Maybe I should put more couches in here. Maybe peeps would like somewhere else to sit. Throw a rug in. Put a picture on the wall. There. All right, Dave. Where are you? Dave! Dang it, Dave. I have not been paying attention to my students' needs.
Library requesting assistant.
Student lounge party, student union party. Set these things up. Let's do it. Jasmine, let's bring it on. Okay. Where's Dave? Let's get him trained. Training. Oh, he's scheduled to be trained. Oh, he stopped. He had to go teach. Dang it, Dave. Aw, pew pew. I'm glad. Get out the megaphone. Nice. Where are all my teachers? Are they all teaching? Are they all enjoying the new break room?
Let's hear from Hugh, who's fresh out the
Raymond.
skip with a story about an unusually cloudy
Anybody
weekend
that
for one
already
of the county's
has.
hottest locations.
Raymond. You can go in there. Let's
Students of the
hire
Breaking Point campus were expecting
Benedict.
a weekend full of sun, laughter, and knockabout
Ernest,
fun.
maybe Horatio.
But a dark cloud has washed away their
Nigella.
optimism, leaving them
Oh,
with
Ross
sadness
Cyanide.
and no real use for all that
Do you think
sun
he's
cream.
married to Nurse
They were
Cyanide?
forecast a weekend of sun and balmy temperatures, but what they got was a drizzly and altogether grey affair. Spare a thought for them, sitting inside. Their sandals sandless. Their skin cool and unburnt. Fliss, back to you.
Aw, that guy's bored stiff. That's unfortunate.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
I'm going to upgrade that. Alright, what else do we need? DJ sous chef. We're collecting things, going, except Gothic bookcase. You bet. You want it in here? Really? Alright. That's where you want it. You got it. Alright, people can power nap now. Ooh, maybe I'll let them just power nap in the middle of the hallway. Maybe that's what they really want. Is to sleep there.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are.
Where did that guy shoot off to? Did you see that rocket fly into the sky? I wonder if there's anything... Ooh, I forgot. Mini golf. Let's throw some mini golf out here for them to do. Let's see what happens with that. They'll come and play some mini golf. Oh, I thought I had a taker on the mini golf. Oh, no takers yet on the mini golf. That's sad. Very, very sad.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Statement Science Lab Prestige 7. I thought I already had it. No, it's this one. What do I have in here? I've got both desks. I have a telescope. I could throw this in there. There, that gave it to a 6. Do I have all the posters? I do. Let's throw that on the wall. Alright, now more posters. More posters.
Library requesting assistant.
Let's do some hand washing. Ooh, you know what we need? Some of that. We can throw a Jasmine Odyssey poster in there. Will they let me? Oh, they will. Nice.
Hi, I'm Jumbo McNally, and at Jumbo University, every instructor is handpicked by someone that was handpicked by someone that I handpicked.
See if I can throw that one.
That's the Jumbo
desk.
touch. Jumbo
Nice.
University.
Done.
Be your biggest self.
Know anyone in Vegas that does I do not. I wish. They require thunderballs. I don't know where I'm putting thunderballs at. I might have to add on to this lab to add thunderballs to it. Alright, let's see. Thunderballs is big. Like, look at the size of that. Look at the size of those thunderballs.
Toilets. Lovely.
For real, this is what I have to work with. Alright. Sure. I don't know what it is, but... Alright. Let's add the thunderballs. There you go. Thunderballs it is.
Despite the rumors, the campus grounds are not a toilet.
Good day. Alright, how's it going? Oh, the thunderballs is a bit much. Where is Dave at? Why is he not getting trained? So we can 2-star this. Nope, I don't want students, I want staff. Where's Dave? No, not you. I want the other Dave. Dave. Ah, he's in robotics class teaching. Dang it, get a substitute, Dave, so you can finish... so you can finish your training. Tell them you need a half-day sub.
Lovely.
Come on. Upgrade that Omnicure. What else can we... Stop puking in your room. People. What's wrong with these kids? There, we're just gonna put a we're just gonna put a rug over it. Put a paper towel over, honey. I'll be home in 3 days.
Riding around campus in maintenance carts used by janitorial staff.
I amused myself. I'm sorry.
It's a sobering reminder to all of us that you can't take a golf cart without asking just because it's a bit cloudy.
Oh, dear Lord. It's always Dave. Come on, Dave. Pull it together. Where'd you go, Dave? You're done. Class is over. Where aren't you getting trained?
Students are reminded not to walk and read.
Oh, you're over here teaching now. Ah, Dave. You're such a good teacher. Go get trained. Oh. Dang it, Dave. My gosh, this is just taking forever. Because Dave insists on teaching classes. Ah. Throw some benches out here. I want outdoor benches. There we go.
Student union requires an assistant.
I know. If you wonder, he's just sitting down there going, "What is she yelling about now? Ah, I'm recording. Leave me alone." What other fun items are there? Corridor. I don't want a corridor. I know. That's... she's always yelling. Shut up. Wife mute. That's what it's called. Outdoor fun.
Students
Maybe
with medical
they would
issues
like a
should go to the
teeter
health
totter.
clinic.
Right? Maybe we'll throw a seesaw over here for people to have fun with. Let's see if that works. Dave's not here, man. Alright, Dave, where are you at? Oh, you're not Dave! Come on, Dave. I only want Dave. Oh, Dave's taking a shower. Damn it, Dave. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, good. Dave's gonna go get trained now. Get dressed, Dave. Let's go. I'll help you out.
Attention.
There you go.
Your finger is not a toothbrush.
Alright, let's go. Come on, Dave. See if you can get trained before the end of the year. Oh, somebody's mini golfing! Oh, yeah! Good job, dude. Don't complain about the cold. You're outside. What do you expect?
Your body is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps.
Right, go, go, Dave, go, go, Dave, go, let's go, 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 and 2 stars! Woohoo! I would love a temple filled with crisps. And level 5. Give me the star. Let's go.
Now that's easy listening.
No, I thought Dave was a 5.
2 Point County on 2 Point Radio. You're listening to 2 Point Radio, the place your ears call home.
Oh, Dave was only getting trained to be a 4.
Today. But before we kick down the door and go straight for the valuables, soak in some sonic excellence. Play that track and we'll be right back.
I'm not training anybody else except Dave. How are you? Oh. Apparently that was only Dave to a 4. I don't have enough time for another party. Oh, I do actually. We can do another party. Let's do a party. Book it. Where's that Dave at? Dave! You're in the library? What are you doing? You're not the right Dave. Dave Parker, not Dave Power. Oh, Dave, you're teaching. Oh, I'm not sure.
The health clinic treats a range of injuries and embarrassing conditions.
Dave, I really wanted to get that second star before. Dave. Dave, you're killing me. Who else scheduled to be trained? Just you, Dave. Just you. You're the holdup on training the rest of the staff. It's you. Dave. Nobody likes my cheese ball, my cheese rind seat. It's very sad to me. Dave. You're making me sad. I'm not setting up another
Janitor
party.
needed in medical office.
Look at those people hauling tush to get over there in time for the party. No vomiting. Oh, Dave! You did it! Dave! Woo! Ooh, a sci-fi film and honor rollers event. Ooh, that's exciting. Well, all right then. And that is going to be the end of my stream. We made it to 2 stars! Yay! All right. I'm going to go because I would like some lunch. And then I have to start the school pickups and all that other stuff. Yay, we finished! Thank you all so much. Way to go, Dave. Dave, he didn't disappoint us today. Have a great day. Tomorrow night, there will be a stream with myself and the husband. I don't know if you know him. Tango Tech. He will be with me tomorrow. And we will be streaming, I believe, Knights and Bikes. Is what I'm thinking. I totally missed follows today. I apologize for all of the message. Ashaman, Human, Number, the Maple Matron. I apologize. I'm terrible. I missed them all. It will hopefully be fun. It might be a one-time only, so set your clocks. I might make Tango too bonkers to ever play with me again. We'll see. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later. Okay. Bye.